All right, welcome. My name is Ryan, and I only work with parents. I help them get stronger, feel lighter, get more confident. And today I'm going to show you something that has come up lots of times in the past. Parents ask me, I don't want to count calories. How do I lose weight? How do I get started? This is, if you don't want to count calories, you don't even want to work out, there might be a little movement involved in these. But listen, I'm going to give you my top 3 ways to start feeling lighter, to start looking a little bit leaner without counting calories, without doing a crazy workout. Okay, so let's get to it. Number 1, straight up, and I'm going to tell you a little story about this. Number 1, just find what you indulge in. Find what you indulge in and make it less. So less indulging. So look at your diet, have a quick little sit back and say, okay, what am I doing? So I think about my one of my first clients. His name was Chad, and we get talking, and I started, what do you indulge in the most? Pepsi. The man loved Pepsi. Probably, I think at least 4 a day, 4 cans a day. So if you're looking at like 150 calories, like 600 calories just in this. So I said, all right, dude, let's cut it back. I'm not saying cut it out completely. I don't want to go cold turkey. Let's cut back from 4 to maybe 2, then maybe to 1, and to see how we go. Well, guess what? Over the course of the summer, he went from drinking 4 cans a day down to 1, and I think eventually down to none, or just maybe 1 every few days, and lost 12 pounds just over the course of 8 weeks just by cutting down his Pepsi. Another buddy, Dan, another client of mine, loved the cheese. What do I say? Let's just dial back on the cheese eating, because cheese, as we all know, got a lot of calories in it. So Dan, dial back the cheese. Same deal, 15 pounds down, 10 to 15. Don't quote me on that. But either way, dropped weight just by reducing. I'm not saying cutting out, by reducing one food that he indulged in the most. All right, for me, my biggest thing was all these chips and Takis. Man, those things are delicious. You know what? And I know when I get hooking on those things every, more than I should, a few times a week, weight starts creeping up. You dial that back, keep it down to a treat. That's what these things are here for. Okay, number 2, here we go. This is kind of, oh my goodness, my marker is dying. Listen, I don't know if you can even see my marker. We're just going to go with it, because guess what? I'm a fitness trainer, not a video guy, and definitely not what we got going on here. So I'm going to talk. Hopefully you can read what I got going on, and we're going to go from there. Okay, reduce processed foods. Okay, so this is in line with what we had the first time with cutting back what you're indulging in. All right, if you reduce highly processed foods, so I'm talking like, again, your chips, your pizzas, anything, cookies, crackers, all that stuff that comes pre-packaged at the grocery store, not usually in those like perimeter aisles, the ones you go down the aisles for. All right, if that's what most of your diet is made up of, if you can start finding whole foods to replace it with, all right, and I'm talking vegetables. I'm not just saying eat chicken and broccoli all the time, but if you were to start eating, again, start increasing the whole foods. So if you go plus on the whole food, minus on the processed, guess what? Weight will start coming off. And guess what? Here's the other thing. Especially if you start increasing protein and vegetables, you're going to start feeling a lot better. You'll start seeing digestion is better, sleep is better, aches and pains might actually start going away, because guess what? Within those highly processed foods, you get a lot of sugars, a lot of like trans fats, modified fats. That stuff's going to add to inflammation in the body, your joints. Get rid of that, start feeling better. Okay, so that's another side effect to actually just losing weight, because you will lose weight. All right, so number 3, man, I'm going fast and furious. Apologize, I talk fast. I'm going to try to work on it. I'm going to try. I will work on it. I will get better as these videos go. This is my first video, by the way, so welcome. All right, number 3, move more. And I'm not saying you have to go and do a CrossFit workout. I'm not saying you have to go become a bodybuilder or a power lifter or do a Tabata, whatever, interval training. None of that. I recommend even just walk, man. So a friend of mine, Lizette, I never worked with her, but I remember going to see her one time. I hadn't seen her in years. And I said, whoa, you've really slimmed down. What have you been doing? And I'm expecting, I've been doing keto and intermittent fasting, and I go to the CrossFit gym. She's like, I just walk. And I was like, no, that's not true. Tell me what you've been doing. She's like, legit, I just walk. She just walked, mind you, she walked a ton to get to where she was at. But if you were to just increase, if you were even to make it a daily minimum of 10,000 steps, even 8,000 steps. I know 10,000 steps is this magic number. Forget about the magic number. There is no magic number. Just try to move more and move with intention. You know, a saunter. Yeah. Try to do get some speed in there. Get the heart rate up just a touch, and walk. And you know what? If you don't feel like getting your heart rate up just a touch, just walk. Getting outside and moving, or even on a treadmill, put that incline up a touch if you feel like it. Moving will it'll not just make your body feel better, you will start burning calories. And that aside, there was a study done that compared people who just did chores. So and I don't know if you've done chores. Listen, I have my little step counter on me, and just cooking breakfast for the kids and getting lunches ready and this and that. That's like a few hundred steps right there. So people who do just chores around the house for a couple hours burn the same amount of calories as someone who does a high intensity interval workout for half an hour. So over the duration of your day, if you make an effort to move more, you will start seeing benefits. All right. And not just in your weight. I know this is about trying to lose some weight and feel a little stronger. Your body will actually move better. You will feel better. I have my lower back hurts a lot. Guess what? When I'm walking constantly or consistently, lower back issues gone. Now, you're probably thinking, well, how am I supposed to do that? So for some of you, all right, some of you dads out there might be in the trades. Some of you moms out there, you might be, I don't know, whatever you do, chasing kids around all day. Some might be in whatever jobs you got. Some people, all I'm saying is some people have jobs where you're walking around a lot. But a lot of you parents out there, myself included, sit at a desk. There's a lot of desk work, a lot of sitting down. So this is where you have to be intentional. So my approach has been kind of like the smoker's break. You know what? Smokers go for a cigarette every hour and I don't know, depends on the smoker. Some people are out every half hour, it seems. But, so to me, get to work an hour later, I'm going to go for a 5 to 10 minute walk. Usually it's about 7 or 8 minutes. You do that. Do a little walk, go back, get back to work. Focus, do your job. An hour and a half, 2 hours later, you know what? Let's take a break. Good for your eyes, good for your body, good for your mind, good for everything. All right, and guess what? Here's the other thing. Misery loves company. Although this shouldn't be misery, this should be kind of enjoyable and pleasant for you. Get some friends in on it. All right, I know at work, for a bit, I had a walking buddy. It was great. You get out, you do, again, a 10-minute walk, you chat a little bit, you socialize. Super great for the mental health up here. All right, and all around good for the body. And this works because you're just adding a few extra calories burned every single day. So you start combining these things. I'm telling you right now, you will start seeing things change. All right, now at the start of this video, I said my top 3. I'm going to give you two more as a bonus, because as I was writing this down, I got a couple other ones. They're not, I don't know if you find any of this sexy. These aren't as sexy, but I'm telling you right now, they work super good. So number 4, man, I should have got a new marker. That's all right. Number 4, start using smaller plates. If you have you have the big plate, and then you have like that, and you get a plate set, the smaller salad plate. If you switch to using that smaller salad plate, this is what happens. Believe it or not, we eat with our eyes. We make our plate with our eyes, and so our stomach might be hungry, but our eyes tell us this is going to be a sufficient amount of food for us. When you switch to a smaller plate, your portion looks bigger, okay? And it tells your stomach, hey, I got enough food for you. And then you go and eat. And you might be a little hungry after that. If you go back, and again, your portions are still going to be smaller than if you load up that plate. You have that big plate, and if you say you're trying to do portion control, and you're like, this is almost no food. That little bit of food looks way bigger on the small plate. And if you want to know more about this, you find there's a book called Mindless Eating. Highly recommend it. It goes into this. You can reduce just calories. Over the course of the year, you can lose 10 pounds. Now, I know 10 pounds over the course of the year isn't huge, but when you start combining it with other things, this is something that, it's a no-brainer. It involves no effort on your part to just choose that smaller plate. Okay, and number 5, we're going to kind of 5 is like a 5A, 5B. And I don't even know why I'm doing this marker thing here. Okay. There we go. This stuff gets epic. I'm not editing this, by the way. Number 5, friggin' tripod. Number 5, all right, so eat slow, then stop when you're not hungry anymore. Not stop when you're full, stop when the hunger is gone. All right, so here's what happens. I don't know, I was in the Navy for 22 years, 10 of those years I spent on a ship, and not consecutive, obviously I wasn't at sea like a water world there, but you know. And you eat your meal, you have a few minutes to eat, boom, 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 food goes in the face, you go up to work, done, all right? Now, eating fast doesn't give a chance for your stomach to send a signal to your brain to say, I'm full, all right? So you slow that down, okay? And I've been, this is something that takes work. My trick for eating slow: take a bite, put your fork down, chew, swallow, pick up your fork again. Sounds ridiculous, I know, but I know I caught myself being out at my wife's and her aunt and uncle's one day, and they're very prim and proper, and they'd be eating, and I'm like, my plate is almost empty, and I look, and it looks like no one's touched their food yet, and they're like, why are you going so fast? And I'm like, I didn't know I was going fast. And this is where I got the trick. They said, enjoy the life, enjoy the food, take a bite, put your utensil down, chew it. Okay, if you have kids, here's the thing. If you have kids, try to go as slow as your slowest kid. That might be painful. Highly recommend it though, just as an experiment. I'm not saying every time. Okay, so on top of that, so now that you're eating slow, now you have a chance now your body has a chance to say, hey, slow down. Oh, I'm full. And then not even when I'm full, but hey, the hunger is gone. And here in North America, we eat until we're full. Also, oh man, I just thought of another one. I'm going to throw it in at the end of this video anyways. We have a habit of eating till I'm full. Boom, I'm full, or I'm stuffed, can't eat anymore, I'm good. That's called overeating. If you go to Europe, I think there was a survey, or they surveyed people in France, and they said, when do you stop eating? They said, oh, I stop eating when I'm not hungry anymore. And it seems like a minor thing. Stop eating when you're not hungry. Stop eating when you're full. Makes all the difference in the world. Okay, so try to stop eating when you're not hungry anymore. You might find you get hungry a couple hours later. That's okay. Guess what? Side note, it's okay to be hungry sometimes. It's the way it is. So, and your third bonus one, because I just remembered, I just thought of it right now. I'm giving you full out permission. You don't have to eat the leftovers on your kids' plates. I legit, personal experience, I gained 10 pounds literally just from doing that one year, one stint of time. 2 kids, 2 small kids on the solid foods, tiny little stomachs. For whatever reason, we give them more food than they need, or well, I don't know. And so what do? Well, because I was raised, you eat everything on your plate, and I don't expect a 2-year-old to eat everything I gave them because they didn't make their plate. So I'll make sure none of this food goes to waste. Now, mind you, it went to waste. It went to right here. I wasn't doing anything. So we have to get out of that mindset of like, it's wasteful. If you find it's wasteful, and I've done this too, put it in a Tupperware, eat it for lunch the next day at work. Okay? Or save it for the kids later so they can eat it. Whatever. So, I don't know why I'm hanging on to this cap either. So, that's it. 5 things. Remember, look at what you're eating. Look what you indulge in. Cut back on the things you indulge in. Cut it out if you want, but I just recommend just cutting back. Okay? Reduce those processed foods. Increase the whole foods. And then try to move more. Those are my top 3 right there. So if you can just do those 3, let alone the 3 bonus ones I threw on in there at the end, like you'll start noticing that the weight's going to start coming off. You're start feeling better, start moving a little bit better. Aches and pains might be gone. And again, this doesn't involve you counting calories. You can still do it even if you have kids and a crazy busy schedule. I just want to keep this up simple for you. So hopefully you got something out of that. If you did, please give me a like. Not me a like, just give the video a like. We'll start getting this stuff moving. Hit the subscribe button. And guess what? If you didn't like it, there's going to be more coming. I'm going to get better at this. My tripod probably won't fall over. I'm going to have a marker that works. And maybe one day I'll start doing some video editing. Who knows? Till then, stay strong. Talk to you later.